But, he struggles in other ways. He's not quite as social. He's not quite as comfortable in other situations. He's got to work on that. And then I've got the 13-year-old turning 14, she's just an extraordinary young girl. She's vibrant. I've got two, Sean, that ran to school and one that doesn't really care. And although she'll do it. She goes to see her mates. She goes to get through school and what's happening now? Are we going to do volleyball? Are we going to do, I'm going to play the piano today. I want to go to Oxford University. Next one, I want to be a pole dancer. Next one, I want to be an actress. She's full of this sort of slight madness, but I love it. And I'm drawn to that. So, it's great having these different, I love my son. We chat football and really good, and my wife is much more sort of organized and controlled. She runs the house brilliantly, and I'm lucky with that, with my sort of darting around the country, and so I appreciate all of them and what they bring, and I really appreciate my kids. I used to sit there, you learn a lot, Sean. I used to sit there thinking the three of them have got to go to the same school, they've got to be treated the same, we've got to do exactly the same for them. What nonsense. They're three totally different characters. One of them wasn't at the right school. She then got to one that was. We sort of pushed her towards drama, and then she found criminology, and she's like, I don't want to do drama, I want to do criminology. I'm like, really? But what about drama? I'm like, Adam, stop it. Don't push. Let them roll. She's rolling, and she wants to. She's in criminology. She's about to go to Asia on a gap year. She's great. She's flying. My son wants to make a lot of money. Great. Good luck to him. Maybe you should go and work with Eddie. I don't know, but he's flying, and he's great. And my little girl, who knows what she's going to be? She could be in Hollywood. She could be in jail. I don't know what's going to happen to that one. I hope I live long enough to find out, because she's a right character. And look, they keep us on our toes. And I think what my cancer has taught me is to appreciate that time with them, to appreciate the time I have around boxing. I think I used to take it for granted, being at ringside, being everywhere, being, whether it's this fight or that fight. Oh, of course I'm going to that fight. Now, I can't wait. I can't wait to get to the next one. And I don't care whether it's area level, English level, world title level. I just want to be around the sport I love and watch the fighters I love. And I'm honestly grateful to Eddie, to Frank, to everyone, Ben, to everyone that supported me. And I think, in a way, Sean, because I tried to be nice, I guess. Yes, the ego. Yes, you make mistakes. Yes, I made some wrong decisions, of course. But I tried to be nice to people. Nice is a bit of a word, but I try to be friendly. I try to keep a good relationship with people. And I think when you go through bad times and you find out who really is your friend, who wants to roll with you, and I don't have any problem with people that drift away and they think, oh, he's dealt with that. I don't really can't, the cancer, whatever, or he's, the way he dealt with Sky. I don't know. People can judge. I don't have any animosity to anybody. And there's a lot of animosity in the boxing world, and I don't like that. I like people in the boxing world. They're all different. They're all characters. I had a message on Saturday, I was at a Frank show. I had a message from Eddie. I had a sort of hug and a handshake from Frank, and then a tap on the shoulder from Ben, who was there as well. They're the three, and obviously the 24 hours before I was working with Izzy, right, on GBM. 4 of the promoters in British boxing. And I'm talking to all of them. And I'm friendly to them. And I like them. And I've had great times with them. And I've had difficult times with them. But they know what I'm about. And I know what they're about. And there's an appreciation. And I think I do appreciate them. And I appreciate fighters the most. And I appreciate trainers. And I appreciate fellow broadcasters who do what I do or do similar. And whether they're at Sky or at Channel 5 or whatever, on TalkSport. I love my TalkSport guys. I've had a lot of fun with them. The Sky lot that I miss, the Andys and the Ed Robinsons and the James Tynes, all my friends from Sky. And you move on. You don't have the time with them anymore. I miss Johnny hugely. Johnny and I rocked together. We were like Ant and Dec on the boxing scene. Ringside was the best. But, Johnny said to me when I was devastated when Ringside went, I was so upset. And Johnny went, Ads, we've had a great run. We've left the party at its highest. I get quite emotional thinking about it. He goes, Ads, always leave the party at its highest. You don't want to be the one in the corner at the end. He said, leave the party at its highest. Yeah, Johnny and I miss him. Every day I miss Johnny Nelson. We're still best buddies. I don't see him as much. Of course, we're doing different things. But when you find people that just, and we were so different, we came from different backgrounds, different worlds, but we connected on a human note, and we both had passion for life and a love of fun and adventure and a love of young, trying to inspire the next generation. And because Johnny had been through all sorts of adversity in his career, he never judged anyone. And because I just loved fighters, I'd like to work with Johnny again. And I know we're doing something actually coming up quite soon. I cannot wait, because now I'm really, really appreciative of tough times. I'd love to roll with him again. I think it would be even better. I'm much clearer with life now. I see it through a cleaner lens. My eyes aren't quite as good now. Neither are Barry's and Darren's. We're trying on glasses at ringside the other night. When you get to our age, it's like you're looking at your phone like that. And you're thinking, why am I looking at it like that? And put the glass on. Like, whoa, hello, a new world. So yeah, look, it's. I think we're big kids as well. Like I look at Barry and Darren, and we're just big kids. You know, we think we're 25. You know, but we're. My best mate's a guy called Hugo Simpson, and he's a communication coach. So we work together a bit, and he's worked a lot with boxing. And we've got a business we're launching, Talk the Talk. We're working a bit with Adam Azim just on communication skills and stuff. And we want to help fighters out there because it's a really important part of the business. And he says to me, I feel 25, and I know, but we look in the mirror and maybe we're not. I'm like, yeah, we are. We're still kids. Come on, Johnny will always be a kid. Spencer will always be a kid. I'll always be a kid, and that's why we get on, because we've still got that enthusiasm, that passion. Every time I see Spencer, it's like, yeah. Every time I see Johnny, it's when you find people like that. And they have that same passion that you do. It's just a pleasure. And now I've got two more big kids in Darren and Barry that I'm going to play with and have fun, and we're going to roll together, and hopefully we're going to have a dynamic, trio. I just can't wait for the next few weeks and months ahead at DAZN. I'm so grateful to Jamie Rice and Mike Ridout and the team and Chris Glanville who've given me this opportunity. And they're a great team. And there's no it's not even a friendly rivalry with Sky. I love Sky. Jonathan Lish, the head of Sky, I adore him, right? I adore Rob Shelms and Helen Foster and Hendo and all my friends from Sky. I adore them, of course. You don't work somewhere 29 years and don't have amazing memories. But this is the next chapter in my life. And I think a big inspiration has been my dad, because my dad was very senior in retailing at Marks and Spencer's. And then he moved over to a company called Kingfisher, and he ran it as CEO. And then he got fired, and he had to sort of reset. And he took a year out. Wasn't ill like me, but early 50s, same sort of age. He took a year out, and he went plural. And he became the non-exec chairman of Mothercare, the non-exec chairman of Space NK, a few other bits and pieces. And he had a little portfolio of stuff. That was when he was 52, 53, my age. He's 84 now, my dad. He's still the chairman of Space NK. He's still got little interests in business. He plays golf. He keeps himself fit and in shape. I'm having lunch with him and some of his old boys tomorrow. And do you know what? If I can do that, whether I'll live another 10, 20, 30 years, who knows? No one knows that. But if I can have that mentality of working for DAZN or TalkSport or Cadro or the different things I'm doing, Summit, GBM, a few little different RTF with Team Usyk, if I can do those little projects and I can keep having a nice little family, do the odd food bank, walk through the parks, still be around a sport I love, and Liverpool are going to win the league. I mean, happy days, happy days. And yeah, I'm grateful, and I will always be grateful to the people that saved my life, and I'll be grateful to the people that give me and my family opportunities, and I will never take anything for granted, and I'll never stress too much again, because I've been there, and it was very, very dark and very tough. And I just hope I have this mentality for as long as I'm around.
You will, Adam. And honestly, you've inspired me and all of the listeners at home today. So I just want to say a big thank you for coming on today, giving so much and letting us, into the private side behind the curtains. Yeah, and there you go, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this episode. We're going to put all the links down below, so if there's any questions, anything you want to reach out for, you can let us know. Don't forget to smash the like button, leave us a comment, and share this with someone who really needs to hear it.